Okay, so now this is going to be my last one of the night. I'm getting kind of weary. I started out with a cask strength Kayo at Mizunara cask at 56% alcohol by volume. But I didn't know what the percentage was, even though I could have maybe deduced it um, from the name of the sample. It was KCS 56. But I thought, okay, well, maybe it'll be a weaker one. Anyway, I tried it, and that was my first whiskey. And then from there on, I went towards the Pike Creek 22-year-old, bottled at 45%, and finished in Pedro Jimenez casks. Then I went to the Arran 10, which was really, really quite nice. And at the same time as I got the Arran 10, I picked this one up. And this is the Arran Sherry Cask Bodega. The Bodega is called. Now, the price was right. I mean, over here, it was $69.99 in Alberta in Canadian dollars. So 69.99 times 0.05 is equal to $3.50 goods and services tax. Plus we add on to that the price of 69.99. It comes to $73.49. But then we've got the shipping and handling and all that, so like add another 15. And it comes out to about $88.49 at my door. Well, that's what happens when you buy online. You know, it costs you shipping. Anyway, here it is, the Arran Bodega. And maybe I should switch over to here to see what we're doing. There we are. Okay, sherry cask. And if you go closer, it says sherry 55.8%. Okay, it's going to be strong. This is going to be potent and powerful. But that was the plan, to have the strongest one last, even though I had the strongest one first when it came to trying out the whiskey that was sent to me by Jay Fretless, a Japanese whiskey at 56% alcohol by volume. And that was the, what was it called again? That was the Kayo. The Kayo was the strongest whiskey of the night, and it was the first one. Mizunara Cask Kayo. And this here is the first time anyone's opening it. And, you know, it could have been filled a little more, but, you know, it's a shoulder pour already. Here we go. This is going to be a really strong Arran. What did it say? 55.8% alcohol by volume. All right. Oh, sherry cask. Okay. I'm definitely getting sherry on here. Now I'm going to read what's on here just so that we all know where we stand. Arran single malt Scotch whiskey, non-chill filtered, natural color, distilled and matured in Lacheranza, Isle of Arran. Okay. Sherry cask, the Bodega. Complex and luxurious notes of dark chocolate and ginger, hints of spice, ripe figs and sweet cherries. Okay, natural cask strength. Sherry hogshead, 250 liters. Oh, is this a single cask? 55.8% volume, product of Scotland. What else does it say here? Pure independent spirit. Every drop of Arran, well, we've seen that already. Clear water cascades down the waterfalls, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. Isle of Arran Distilleries, La Carranza, Isle of Arran, the Arran Whisky. And there's the map again. We saw that in the previous video. And this one is bottled at 55.8% alcohol by volume. Okay, so that's gonna floor me. I'll be on the floor after this one. That's strong. I may add some water to make it a wee bit more palatable as we go along. Smells great though. I'm getting right away those marinated cherries from the Del Monte Fruit Cup. I was getting that earlier with the Arran 10, but I'm getting it once again with the sherry cask. Interesting. I'm surprised that I can still smell anything at all. But that bug that I had seems to be going away when I drink more whiskey. It's like the whiskey is purifying and what do you call that? Disinfecting my throat as I go along. Oh, that does smell good. Yeah. It's like those maraschino, those cherries in the Del Monte Fruit Cup, and a little bit of purifying alcohol. Sherry cask. So I'm getting something fruity. Quite a bit of something fruity. Dark red fruits. Ripe, but not dried. This is getting more interesting every time I sniff it. It's getting better. Ah, I could nose this for a good long time and enjoy every minute of it. But I think the goal is to taste it. Wow. Did I save the best for last? I don't know. We'll find out. Wow. That's hot. You can expect it to be hot at 50, almost 56% alcohol by volume. Ah. Oh. That'll clean your, that'll polish your chrome. That will. Wow. Wow. And I grabbed it because it didn't look too expensive, and it was online and it was on sale, and yeah. Wow. I remember trying other bottlings of Arran. Oh, excuse me. This is going to be my last one of the night. And those other bottles of Arran were port cask finished. Another one was that Sauterne cask, which was a favorite of mine. Loved it. And I also had an Amarone cask, Arran. All of those three were bottled at 46% alcohol by volume, if I recall. But this one, 55.8. I may need to add some water. Oh, that'll kill any germs you got in you. Wow. It's good. It's got a lot going on in the glass. I'm liking it. Let's have a big. Let's go for 2. Well, 1.5. Bring it down to drinking strength, somewhere in the neighborhood of 48, 49% alcohol by volume. This smells a little bit more approachable. Although I'm still getting those cherries from the Del Monte Fruit Cup. The cherries, and maybe more importantly, the syrup. Okay. Let's have a sip of water. Or, in this case, perhaps a gulp of water. Coming back to the Arran Bodega. It's not overpowering anymore. What I did do, I put 2 spoons of water into it. What do we got here? Sheeting action. Not much stuck to the side of the glass. Maybe a little bit here. Yeah, it's a convoluted mess. Got no legs there. Okay, take another sniff of it. I get banana. Banana from Arran? Okay. And then, after the banana, I get some sherry. But the sherry is not overpowering. The sherry is just right. And that's because they used a hogshead cask to finish it. And natural cask strength and a sherry hogshead, 250 liters. How much of that 250 liters was whiskey? This indeed is a special release. I get some subtle hints of raisins and dates and figs and prunes and that kind of thing, but it's not overpowering. What I got before that was, now I'm getting some ex-bourbon on the nose. But then it reverts to that sherry cask. There's some vanilla involved here. There's some red fruits. There's some dried fruits. There's some some berries, if I might venture, so far. I had to stick my nose way in there. And then on the palate, it's almost refreshing. Refreshing, the sherry cask influence. I'm getting cherries and figs and dates and hint of brown sugar even, which I was not expecting here. And a little bit of vanilla. It's a bit malty. And it's like, wow, very nice. This Arran Sherry Cask Bodega, bottled at 55.8% alcohol by volume. Still smells wonderful. Tastes delicious. Yeah, it's a bit on the rough side, but I imagine that with time, that will smooth itself out. Did I add water to this already? I think I did. It might need just a little more. Just to rough out all the edges, but if I leave it in an open bottle with time, the rough edges will smooth themselves out. Yeah. I keep getting those marinated cherry note from Del Monte Fruit Cup. And did you know that the cherry was my favorite part? I would save the cherry for last. When I had a bowl of that fruit cup, I would go for the little pineapples, and I would go for all the other little fruity things, and save the cherries for last. They were so good. I gotta pick up some more Del Monte Fruit Cup one of these days. But it's quite sweet and sugary, and my problem is that I'm diabetic. I suppose I could cheat a little bit. But this Arran Sherry Cask is a wonderful dram, if a little bit strong at 55.8%. Slanchava.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.